franktalks.com.
What else do we got, Frank?
Okay, I got another question from the USA on the topic of romance at the workplace. What to do and what not to do.
Okay.
Someone is interested in dating someone in the workplace and they want to know how to approach it.
First, we have to know if it's a boss.
First, we have to know if there's any power exchange.
Right.
Are you looking to date someone who is in charge of you or you are in charge of in any capacity whatsoever?
Right.
That's the first no-no. If there's any sort of power relationship there, it's a bad idea. Mm-hmm. The second thing you have to find out is, according to the HR department, I'm just assuming that there's a HR director. What is the policy in that workplace about coworkers dating?
I can tell you're Italian. You know how come?
Why?
Because you say HR.
I say H. You know, I've been watching The Sopranos.
Okay, stop.
I got my Tony Soprano imitation down
it's
back.
It's very
okay?
good.
But they didn't. Okay. No, you're going to have to go to the Human Resources Department.
I'm teasing you. You know I love you.
Oh, yeah. Show me the money. Okay. No. Because different companies have different policies. Some companies make it clear we do not endorse coworkers intermingling in any way. Some companies have policies that say you have to let us know when you start getting involved, because so many people have gone after the relationship has gone south.
Yeah.
Start making accusations against one another.
Sexual harassment accusations.
You know, because it's like, well, we were dating and then we stopped dating and the person came into my office and said, look, come on, let's work it out. Oh, it's sexual harassment now.
Right.
If you don't come to the Human Resources Department and then specify, look, we were in a relationship, you have to register with them so that they're aware that if a legitimate problem comes on, you can be protected from a false claim of sexual harassment.
You know, the reality is a lot of people meet at work. You just have to be careful of the rules of the company and the power. That power dynamic is the most important, because that is a no-no. A boss should not be dating an employee.
Actually, there was a study I remember seeing many years ago that said over 30%, something like 37% of couples meet through the workplace.
Right. But that makes sense. We spend most of our time at work. It only makes sense that we are going to meet others at work.
But it's not as safe as it once was. Okay. I had a client and he called me in a very frantic state. He was involved with one of his coworkers and he caught his girlfriend cheating on him. So he ended things with her, but they still had to work together.
Right.
She constantly pursued him at work and said, look, you know, it just happened. It was a one-time thing. You got to let it go. And he was like, no. He was like, no. They got into an argument at work, called her the B word. She slaps him in the workplace.
Okay.
And then after she slaps him, she says, I'm going to report you for sexual harassment because he called her the B word.
Right.
But the fact that she slapped him, like he says, well, if they report it, aren't they going to want to know what? And I said, well, dude, you dated somebody in the workplace, you kept it a secret for so long, you're in trouble.
It could lead you into some serious trouble.
Generally speaking, the advice is, unless you plan to get serious and you're dealing with somebody in a completely different department, it's better just not to go there.
Yeah.
It's just better not to go there. I'm sorry. I know that I'm speaking from a very, very conservative standpoint. Mm-hmm. It's not worth the risk, folks. There's
Unfortunately,
too many
we've
people.
seen it. Like you and I, because, you know, the clientele that we see, we've seen these situations. So we get to see the dark side of it. I'm sure there's plenty of success stories, but there's also the dark side of it. And it could,
my advice is,
proceed with caution.
You really want to date somebody you work with, find another job, and then go ahead and date them.
Or another department. Sometimes it's okay with another department.
No, but you're still working in the same environment. Yeah. It's not worth the risk.
Another floor.
Because if something goes wrong, you could get into a lot of trouble and have false accusations against you because somebody got mad that somebody did something wrong.
I guess, yeah.
It's not worth the risk, folks. It's not worth the risk.
Okay. If you have questions on dating dilemmas on the program, we still have a couple of minutes left. I know we have some questions coming off Facebook on Frank Kermit's Facebook page, or you can text them in at 514-800, even your thoughts on it. All of that works for us. You can also call us at 514-790-0800. We'll be back with more dating dilemmas here on Passion.
What do you do
when you feel like a fool, when your heart has been broken again? Pick up the phone or get onto Skype and talk on a private session. Yeah, get a little help from Frank Talks. Whoa, whoa, get by with a little help from Frank Talks. You gotta try a little help from Frank Talks. What do you do when your love goes away? Try coaching one-on-one. How do I sign up to turn things around? Just sign up at franktalks.com.